Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of the Critics Collective. So today we're going to be talking about Royal Rumble, which I just finished watching. One thing, the Saudi crowd, they are probably one of they're a great crowd. They're probably one of the best crowd out there as far as supporting, making the noise, singing the song, uh, and they were hyped. But one thing that broke my heart, as far as this show goes, Stephanie Valkyrie, I did not get to see the Devil's Kiss. Apparently, it was not allowed, and that hurt me. That hurt my soul. But let's move on to the next one. The fight between Sami Zayn and Drew. I wasn't quite happy with as far as Sami Zayn, always like winning. Every time there's a fight, we all know in Saudi, Sami Zayn is gonna be in there. I understand, to appease the crowd, but come on, man, at this point. And Drew, I'm happy Drew kept the title because he worked hard long enough. He's been online, every work he's been putting in, he deserves to be still champion. But one thing about it, I'm happy that our boy Drew is still the champion as far as that goes. But let's talk about AJ Styles versus Gunther. I was in okay. Why like that though? Why are they pushing Gunther to be that, that I guess career killer guy? I like Gunther. He's a great wrestler. I like, the whole persona, Oh, trust me, I know Monday he's gonna be eating this shit up. I just know it. He's gonna be eating this shit up. He's gonna rubbing in everybody's faces how he's the career killer and how AJ Styles. Well, he didn't technically tap out. He passed out, but most likely AJ Styles is gonna go to TNA if not, and he's gonna probably retire there, final retirement there. But damn, I didn't like. They always say wrestler goes out on their back. They're putting the Gunther over as probably one of not the top heel. One of the top heel right now. I haven't seen. Speaking of heel, I haven't seen Dominic in a minute, so that's one thing. And again, let's jump back to heels. One thing I knew was gonna person I was gonna show up was El Grande Americano, and now we know who the other one is. The original El original El Grande Americano. And they did the whole Spider-Man meme thing. They're pointing at each other. So now I know there's going to be a feud. Who's going to be? It's going to happen. It was going to bound to happen eventually. There's going to be a feud where who is the real El Grande Americano? And we're going to find, they're probably going to have a fight where take your mask off match, basically. And the loser gonna have to show their face. So I'm predicting that's what's gonna happen with El Grande Americano, and it's gonna be funny, interesting. But these two wrestlers. I'm not gonna say their name because we don't know who they are, but they're great wrestlers. They're great wrestlers. Men's war. Before we go to the men's Royal Rumble, we go back to the women's Royal Rumble. Again, one thing I want to emphasize, the Saudi crowd, they're great. As far as the crowd chanting the song, you see Randy Orton came out, Cody Rhodes came out, Obuck came out, they show him love. But it seems like every time, I know they show Kalani love, but sometimes it's some of the stuff they're doing, like Lash Legend. They're chanting overrated. That kind of hit me wrong, I wasn't really feeling that with the crowd, overrated. But she kept doing her thing. She kept knocking motherfuckers out, part of doing her show. But sometimes the Saudi crowd be, they be off sometimes, especially when it comes to the women wrestlers. They I don't be feeling that, Especially, we ain't gonna go too deep, but sometimes they don't be like that. But even with the whole, I'm still heard about the whole Devil's Kiss thing, but we'll see. But we moving forward to the men's Royal Rumble. You had, of course, Luke Hobbs from AEW make his debut in WWE. But his name, it showed Luke Hobbs, then it switched to Royce. But that's gonna be his new name now. It's very sentimental to him. If you guys look it up, you're gonna find out why he chose that name. But hey, again, great showcase of this guy and his power. He's like, as far as a powerhouse, it showed him that. But overall, the men's and compared to in the women, they did it. Both were great. We're gonna jump back to the women's Royal Rumble match. Yeah, Sol Roca, great job. Who else? Kalani from NXT, great job. Like some of the women that came from NXT, they were doing great. Chelsea Green, man. Chelsea Green, if not, you have Oscar, Io, I'm put Chelsea up there. You have Becky Lynch, but Chelsea is up there as far as wrestler. She does what she got to do to put people over. If she got to do the weird, funny skit, she does it. But she's a great wrestler. But the other thing she does as far as her ring performance, you have to acknowledge that when it comes to Chelsea Green, and she is one of the. I'm going to say right there, put aside all the gimmicks she does, and if you watch some of her match, she is a great wrestler, and probably one of the safest wrestlers out there. She does. I'm hoping not next year or something she gets to at least get that heavyweight or WWE championship belt. She deserves it. I'm just saying. Again, but overall, the women's match again, Rio, and you're gonna have an Asuka and Kyrie. Definitely gonna have a fucking feud between those two because Asuka's gonna keep abusing Kyrie. At some point, she's gonna, I guess, flip out and boom. And you also have Charlotte Flair. That feud's gonna happen. Her and well, it's getting the name is getting, but that's gonna feud's gonna happen with her. Overall, great show. Not Roxanne Perez, Raquel Rodriguez. We're gonna talk about that later, but Raquel Rodriguez and damn. I wonder what's gonna happen now with the Judgment Day. Fuck, man. But again, overall, great Royal Rumble. But and as we jump back to fucking the men's Royal Rumble, one thing about the Saudi crowd, and I'm gonna keep bringing it up. They know how to show love to these wrestlers. But this time around, I would never thought in my life where you would have three black wrestlers, Obafemi, Trick Williams, Javon Evans, and Royce. Now go by that name. Oh well, four. Now my count is all four. Where they get so much love, but put Royce to the side, where you have Obafemi, Trick, Javon. These three black wrestlers from NXT getting so much love from the crowd, but also being so over at that point, And speaking of Oba, man, the debut with him, I'm happy how they debuted Oba. I'm pretty sure he's going to get the Iron Man for this because he was there for, and he eliminated quite a few people. But they showed that he is a power. He is somebody that to look out for. He is probably going to be the next guy to contend with. And him and Brock Lesnar kept teasing till finally they showed that in each other's as far as where they stand as far as power. But Obafemi, I was happy how they debuted Obafemi, and I can't wait to see what they do with him in the future. But again, now with the winners now, of course, Roman Reigns came back. Jey Uso was doing his thing. I like how he teach Jey Uso, like, dude, hey, uppercut Jey Uso. But during that match, you have Braun Breaker running to the ring, and he was attacked by a mysterious person with a mask. I don't think it's Seth Rollins. I don't know. Damn, because that was, it might be Seth Rollins, or it might be, you know, I don't know. I ain't gonna predict it. But it's gonna be interesting. There's a lot of things that happen as far as this Royal Rumble that's gonna lead to a lot of, you know, internal feud as far as the group and overall, you know. But speaking of internal feud, now we have the two winners, you know. We have Roman Reigns and Liv Morgan. And speaking of Liv Morgan, she threw over Raquel Rodriguez. So now I'm pretty sure that feud is gonna ensue between those two. And I think that's the route they're gonna take to finally get Raquel Rodriguez that championship belt. I'm pretty sure that's what they're gonna go. It's gonna be Liv is gonna go to WrestleMania, get the belt, and after WrestleMania is gonna be Raquel versus Liz. I guarantee it, man. It's gonna happen. But of course, Roman Reigns is our champion. I wanted Randy Orton, tell you the truth, but we got Roman Reigns, which is okay. But I'm happy it wasn't Cody this time or Jey Uso. But I wanted it to be Randy Orton, but I'm pretty sure that Randy's going to get in the WrestleMania main event somehow. But if he's going to retire, at least let him go out with a belt. But it's interesting. But overall, great show. Again, Saudi crowd was great. Chanting the name, Obafemi's introduction. I'm talking about Trick Williams was over with the crowd. So that was a great show. But it's just that whole Lash Legend part where she was coming in that kind of tipped me off as far as the Saudi crowd goes. But I wish, you know, sometimes they would treat these women wrestlers better, but we'll see what happened. But AJ Styles being retired this way kind of, you know, kind of hit me right. But again, they're putting Gunther over as this, you know, super heel. Brie Bella came back. That's one thing. We'll see what happened with that. But overall, great show. We'll see what happens. But guys, please let me know what you thought as far as the show overall in the comment down below. Did you like it? Did you not like it? How do you feel about the Saudi crowd and overall? There's so much more to talk about as far as the Saudi crowd and the introduction wrestlers. There's wrestlers I didn't, that could have been in the Royal Rumble that I hadn't seen the Royal Rumble. You know, like Finn Balor. You know, I think he would have been a better choice than Rey Fenix or, you know, El Paca or Mr. Iguana. You know, Finn Balor would have been a great choice. But we'll see what happened with that. But overall, again, not a bad show. You know, crowd was hype. You know, they always show out over there. But let us know in the comment down below how you feel about the show. Who were you predicting to be the winner? You know, how did you feel about the winners? You know, how do you feel about the, you know, wrestlers coming back? How do you feel about the women match? Let us know in the comment down below. But of course, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you soon. Y'all have a good one.
Said I'ma get into it first, until they put me in the dirt. Said I'ma get into it first, said I'ma get into it.